Okay, now for today's starting lineup, beginning with the visiting Boston College High School Eagles. Number 10, Jack Gibbons. Number 13, Chris Curran. Number 16, Charlie Thomason. Number 17, Colin Daly. Number 18, Gavin Freeman. Number 22, Tiago Cavallo. Number 24, Ethan Pham. Number 25, Tristan White. Number 26, Caleb Owen. Number 28, Logan Mangiel. And number 99, Jake McConville. And now the lineup for your Brockton Boxers. Number 9, Nevin Fonts. Number 10, Alex Morea. Number 11, Jason Moreira. Number 20, Alessandro Tavares. Number 13, Tyler Chismer. Number 4, Valdemar Rodriguez. Number 7, Janilson DeBrito. Number 31, Wilson Andrade. Number 21, Emmanuel DePina. Number 5, Diego De Vega. And number 18, Anthony Santos. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd be kind enough to please stand and remove your hats and face the flag in the south end zone down by the scoreboard as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome to Brockton High School. Tonight, the Brockton Channels and Brockton Community Access will present the Brockton High School 2024-25 High School Boxer Soccer Team versus the Boston College Eagles. Tonight, Brockton comes in at 5-1. Coach Armand Furtado always has a team where their goal is to win the state championship. Their one sole loss is to Lowell, 2-1 in a road game in Lowell. Boston College Eagles come in at 1-2-2. They obviously a longtime rival of the Brockton Boxers in soccer, just about every sport dating back to the 70s and 80s other than hockey. The Eagles play in the Catholic Conference. They play some of the toughest teams in the state, and talking to Coach Billy Ryan, he thinks they've underachieved a bit this year, but their goal obviously always to make the state tournament and to make a deep run. The Boxers coming off a South Sectional quarterfinal appearance last year where they had a tough, hard-fought loss in the tournament to Weymouth, a team that made it to the state championship game before losing to Concord Carlisle. Coach Furtado coming in, again, he has won a state championship before, leading Brockton to the 2017 Division I state title where the Boxers ended up ranked top 10 in the country. The Boxers come in loaded with a senior heavy roster. Their two leading scorers in this season, two games we heard from last year, Alexandro Moreira and Chevy Judy. Looking over at the Boston College Eagle roster, you're looking at number 10, Jack Gibbons, and Captain Colin Daly as some of the threats for them to score. Again, this is early in the season. Both teams coming in as their goal always to make the Division I state tournament, with aspirations of obviously holding that Division I state trophy at the end of the season. It's a beautiful night here at Rocky Marciano Stadium. Curtis Reese will be on the production for Brockton Community Access. Again, you can catch us on the Brockton channels, as we are just a few seconds away from kickoff. Looks like the Boxers will control the opening kick, which means BC High will get it in the second half. The Boxers goaltender, Paulo Tavares. And for Boston College High School, it will be Jake McConneville. And we are ready to start. And the opening kick will be played back to Brockton. The ball's hit deep into the BC High midfield, and BC High defender nicely controls it. Brockton takes control, and that's number 7, Janelson DeBrito. DeBrito over the left side to Jason Morera. And he still controls the ball. Morera uses his body nicely. He gets it danger. He's in the box. And it's cleared away nicely into the ball. And that was your number 9. That was number 8 for the Boxers, who just missed that. And the ball will be off BC High for a Brockton throw-in. Looks like that will be Diego De Vega on the throw. Boxers send looks like 7 players into the box in a dangerous area. The ball's thrown in, controlled, the header off, and that will go out of bounds for a goal kick for Jake McGonigal. Beautiful night here at Marciano Stadium. No wind. Beautiful fall day. McConneville. And he sends the ball deep. Looking for number 25 out there, and that is Tristan White. And Boston College High will control the ball. White kicked over, and it's controlled by number 4 from Brockton. And that's Valdemir Rodriguez. And the ball played back to Paulo Tavares. He sends it back up to the Brockton defender. No Wolf Victor this year, probably one of the best defenders in the state last year. Brockton had to replace him. Paulo Tavares kicks it back over as Brockton plays it up to number 11, Jason Morera. Morera has a little bit of room. Nice kick back, one step back to the defenseman, and he sends it back over to Valdemir Rodriguez. Jason Morera with the ball. He's got a little bit of space. A nice touch pass up to number 10, Alexandro Morera. Alexandro plays it back to number 5, Diego De Vega. Ball played over to the left side as Brockton controls the ball up around the midfield. A nice pass up, and there's Brockton's got a little bit of room. And that's going to be Alexandro Morera. Alexandro Morera plays it off for number 13, Tyler Chisma. And that is going to be saved by the goaltender, as Brockton had a dangerous situation there for BC High. And the ball's kicked up by McConneville. Brockton heads it forward, and the ball's headed up. Ball's controlled at the midfield. And that will be number 9, Nevin Fonts. And we're going to get a foul, and Brockton will get a free kick right about the 22-yard line on the BC High side. A lot of names you heard from last year. And the Boxers Southeast Conference champion team. Again, we're looking at almost 15 seniors, a few juniors on this team for Brockton. So BC High will use a 2-man wall and send 7 defenders back near the goaltender. The kicker will be Nevin Fonts. We're right about the 36th minute of the first half of a 0-0 game. The left footer sends it in. He sends it over to number 10, Alexandro Morera. The ball's headed up. It's a little bit of space, punched out by the goaltender, as Brockton attempts to get the ball in a little bit deeper. BC High heads it up now. They have a little bit of room, and they have a nice ball up to number 25, Tristan White, as we'll get an offside, and Brockton will have control of the ball. Play has been controlled mostly by Brockton tonight, as they've had a majority of the possession in the BC High end. Tyler Chisma will be on the throw-in. Sends it back to the defenseman. Nevin Font sends it over to number 5, Diego De Vega. Diego, a little bit of space. Plays it over to the center back. Over to the right back was Nevin Fonts. Paulo Tavares with the ball. Sends it back over to De Vega. As he kicks it up to Tyler Chisma. He's got a little bit of room. Nice pass up to the midfield. Brockton controls the ball, sends it back to Fonts. Fonts with the ball, sends it up to Moreira. Nice pass up to Jason Moreira. That was Alessandro to Jason. Jason with the ball, and we will get, may have been offsides, where BC High will have possession at their own 35-yard line. And that will be number 13, Chris Curran, the captain, with the kick. BC High sends about 6 forward, and the ball sent over, headed up, controlled by the Boxers. And there's Moreira. Moreira with a nice touch pass and a good defensive play by BC High, and that was Charlie Thomason. And that's controlled, a long ball in by McConneville. McConneville will underhand it to his defenseman as he touch passes it over to Gibbons. Moreira with the ball to Alexandro. And that was Tristan White who sends it forward. And Thiago Cavallo. The ball sent back, and that's Valdemir Rodriguez. He sends it back to Paulo Tavares, back over to Valdemir Rodriguez. He was a stalwart last year defensively for Brockton. Tyler Chisma back to Valdemir Rodriguez. And Brockton sends it up to Jason Moreira. Jason Moreira. A nice one touch to himself. Jason Moreira in control. Jason Moreira looks, and he has Nevin Fonts. Nevin Fonts is broken up, and BC High will control it. And the ball will be sent back, and that's Anthony Santos. And a dangerous play there, but the goaltender, Paulo Tavares, comes out and just secures the ball. As Brockton controls, Diego De Vega. Diego De Vega with the left foot kick up, looking up, controlled by BC High, and that's Cavallo. He sends it up, and that will be number 28, Logan Mainville, but Brockton controls and is sent back up to Moreira. Moreira really, that was Alessandro Tavares with a one touch to himself, and we'll get a foul, and Brockton will control the ball. They put it back in quickly. Diego De Vega. Diego De Vega up to Moreira. Back to Diego De Vega. And he sends the ball up left, and that was intended for Alexandro Moreira. Janilson DeBrito in the center of the field. That's broken up, and BC High controls. Number 10 sends it in, and BC High with a chance here. A touch to himself, the long shot, and that's an easy save for Paulo Tavares. So BC High took advantage of a Brockton turnover there, but the save by Paulo Tavares, and Brockton control. Tyler Chisma back over. Nevin Fonts, and Tyler Chisma will have a little bit of room. He sends a nice pass up to Janilson DeBrito. He sends it over, and he's looking deep for that's Moreira. Alexandro Moreira just misses out on a pass, Alessandro Tavares. But Brockton with Chisma on the right side. He controls the ball, makes a nice move to get around it, a nice crossing pass. Oh, and that's a really good opportunity. Tyler Chisma worked hard on the right side right there, sent the pass in, and the header by Alexandro Moreira was just over the net. But good work by the Boxer right wing there. Jake McConneville will be on the kick. And the kick sent out to midfield. Controlled by the Boxers again. There's Nevin Fonts once again. Looking for Janilson DeBrito. BC High intercepts. BC High controls the ball. There's number 13 for BC High. Sends the ball into the middle of the field. That was Chris Curran, the captain. Brockton controls the ball. Alexandro Moreira with the ball. Alexandro Moreira. He has a little bit of room. He touches it over to Moreira. Well, that looked like it could have been a foul, but a no call. And Brockton controls. And a nice play by Nelson DeBrito. DeBrito sends it back out, and it's controlled by number 8 from the boxes. Number 9, Nevin Fonts. BC High controls now. And that's number 22 for BC High, Tiago Cavallo. And that ball looks like it's going out of bounds for a BC High throw-in, as BC High's controlled a little bit of the play the last few minutes. And we'll get a throw-in for BC High. And that will be number 13, Chris Curran, the captain, sent back, and Curran has the ball, and he sends it back to his goaltender, who's out of his box. He's going to have to play that handball with his feet, as it's controlled by BC High. A nice play by number 18, Anthony Santos. Anthony Santos controls the ball. The ball's turned over. Santos stays with it, and he stays, and he makes another really good play. Sends the ball in. He takes a long shot, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. And Anthony Santos worked really hard right there to get through 2 BC High defenders to get a shot off. So McConnville will control the kick. He sends it over to the defender. The ball's up, and again, back over to Brockton. Brockton will control the ball. Nevin Fonts sends it back over to Anthony Santos. Anthony Santos to Valdemar Rodriguez. Valdemar Rodriguez, the right back, sends it over. Nope, nice one touch to himself, sends it back up to Morera. And that's Nevin Fonts. The ball sent up by Valdemar Rodriguez as he sends it up, looking for a sprinting boxer, but the ball's controlled by Jake McConville, as he will send it over to Ethan Pham. Chris Curran in the ball. Chris Curran loses control, and Nevin Fonts will have it. As BC High gets the ball and out of bounds, the ball's thrown in to number 25 sprinting, Anthony Santos, with a nice play to get the ball out of a dangerous spot. Controlled by number 7, Janelson DeBrito. Morera looking for DeBrito. And that ball was a good idea, but the ball was just a little bit too hard and goes out of bounds for a throw-in for BC High. And that will be number 13, Chris Curran, the captain. Sends it up looking for a sprinted number 25, Tristan White. Controlled by the boxers. There's Morera. Morera with the ball. And a throw-in for Tristan White. Tristan White will leave it for Chris Curran. Chris Curran, that's Colin Daly actually in the throw-in. He throws it deep into the box, and it's defended nicely by the boxes. Number 10 from Brockton is Alexandro Morera. He loses control as BC High sends the ball in deep to the right side. Headed in. Maybe a dangerous play here, and Paulo Tavares controls it nicely to alleviate any pressure from BC High. We're at the 28th minute of the first half of a 0-0 game. The boxes turn the ball over, and the ball sent back in. Anthony Santos gets the ball out of trouble, and it's controlled back there by number 17, Colin Daly, the captain. Daly to Jack Gibbons. Controlled again. Daly with the ball again. Controlling the ball nicely in the midfield. Sent back to the center back, which is number 18, Gavin Freeman. Gavin Freeman sends it over as BC High will try to, it's intercepted by the boxers. Turned back over by BC High. BC High tries to send the ball deep, and that will be a nice play by Tyler Chisma to get the ball out of danger. Janelson DeBrito looking for Morera. Morera with a nice pass to himself. And Nevin Fonts. Nevin Fonts with the ball. Nevin Fonts is looking for Jason Morera. Jason Morera with a nice pass to Alexandro Morera. Diego De Vega. Diego De Vega. Nice pass to number 11. Looked like he was fouled. The ball sent out for a nice kick and save by Jake McConville. As Brockton did some nice work there to get a shot off. The ball sent out deep. Colin Daly misses it, and Anthony Santos sends it out. Looks like Nevin Fonts misses out, and Brockton will control the ball. And that's Alessandro Morera. Alessandro Morera. There's a turnover by Brockton. Number 25 with the ball. Sends the ball deep. That's Ethan Pham. The ball sent over, and Anthony Santos gets it out of trouble. BC High, Gavin Freeman loses control as BC High starting to take the play to the boxes. Bad turnover there gave BC High a dangerous chance. As we see number 10 from Brockton, Alexandro Morera, one of the leading scorers, he is limping off. Maybe he's cramping up. And we'll get Anthony Santos. No, we'll get number 19, Chevy Judah. He will be replacing him. BC High controls the ball. That's Pham. Sends it back over to number 18, the center back, Gavin Freeman. Gavin Freeman over to number 13, Chris Curran, the captain. He sends it back to the goalkeeper as BC High will control the play. Ball sent up to the defender. As that ball's going to go off number 13, Tyler Chisma, as BC High will have a throw-in. There's Curran. Curran with the ball, turned over to the boxes. Nevin Fonts looking for Morera. As Brockton turns it over once again. BC High with the ball, driving towards the net. And that ball is just sent wide by number 25, Tristan White, as Brockton's had a few turnovers in the past few minutes. As we'll get a goal kick for Paulo Tavares. Paulo leaves the ball, and Anthony Santos will control it. Anthony Santos with Paulo Tavares next to him. The left footer sends the ball over to Tyler Chisma. He sends it back to number 4, Valdemar Rodriguez. And the Broxers turn it over again, as we're getting some sloppy play in the defensive side for Brockton tonight. As we will get the first corner kick of the day, as Brockton once again on a turnover, and that will be Colin Daly, the midfielder, who will have the corner kick. BC High will send 6 into the box with 3 back. Let's see how Brockton defends this. There's the kick. It's actually a really good one. And that ball is just headed wide, and we'll get a goal kick, as BC High with a couple dangerous plays right there, defended nicely by the boxes. As Paulo Tavares will have the goal kick. Let's see what the Boxers do here as we go under 25 minutes in the first half of a 0-0 game. Once again, it's Leo Genitacio along with Curtis Reese on the productions at Brockton Community Access. You can catch us on the Brockton channels, Brockton High and BC High, in a Division I state tournament, no, not a state tournament, regular season matchup. I'm thinking far down the line. Is the ball sent back to number 5, and that's Diego De Vega. Anthony Santos in the center. The center back sends the ball over to number 4, Valdemar Rodriguez. And the ball's turned over. Tyler Chisma's over there as Brockton tries to control. BC High with the ball. Nice one-touch pass there. And we said his name a few times tonight. That's Tristan White. It's causing a little bit of problems for Brockton. The ball sent over, intercepted by Colin Daly, one of the captains. And Chris Curran sends it back. He has the ball. Colin Daly over to Chris Curran, and defended nicely by the boxes. And number 18, Gavin Freeman, will send it back to Colin McConville. McConville sends it over to his right back. The right back sends it over to Jack Gibbons. BC High controls the ball. BC High trying to go down the right side, and it's intercepted by the boxes. And Brockton with the ball, and we're going to get a foul, and BC High will get we'll get a Brockton kick, as there was a foul right around the 40-yard mark of the Brockton side, as the boxers will get a free kick as we creep under 23 minutes of a 0-0 game. Anthony Santos sends it over to number 5, Diego De Vega. Diego De Vega looking for Janilson De Brito. Diego De Vega again, back to Janilson De Brito. Janilson De Brito to De Vega. De Vega will send it to De Brito as he works the ball back to Anthony Santos. Anthony Santos he'll send the ball deep, and that ball will go out of bounds as BC High is trapping nicely and gets a turnover. And number 17 will be Colin Daly. Colin Daly will leave the throw in for Chris Curran, as we'll get a substitute. For number 23 will be Luke Scott. He'll come in for number 25, Tristan White. So Luke Scott in at center forward, it looks like, for White, who actually was effectively tonight, causing some problems for the Boxers. And that will be Anthony Santos with the left foot, sending it out of trouble, controlled by Chris Curran. Headed over, looked like a dangerous play right there, but Valdemar Rodriguez gets it out. BC High, once again, controlling the ball on the Boxers' side of the field. And that ball will go to Fonts. Font sends it over to Tyler Chisma. And that will be Valdemar Rodriguez. Valdemar Rodriguez controls the ball. Sends it up to Marrera, to Tyler Chisma. He sends the ball out. And there's Alexandro Marrera. And there you go, Nevin Fonts. Nevin Fonts with the ball. Nevin Fonts with a nice pass to Alexandro Marrera. Alexandro Marrera with a little bit of space, makes a cut over, and that's intercepted by BC High. And BC High controls the ball on their side of the field. And the ball, we played back, and Brockton just misintercepting that. And there is a play and a good one touch to himself by number 22 from BC High. And that's Diego Cavallo. Valdemar Rodriguez coming up a little bit, sends it deep, and there's Tyler Chisma working hard on the right side, and that hard work pays off for a Brockton throw in right about the 30-yard line on the BC High side of the field. Tyler Chisma waits for Brockton to send a few up as Coach Furtado makes the change. Looks like he's not making any changes, but we'll have a different, yeah, we do. Tyler Chisma is going to be coming off, and number 10, Alexandro Marrera is coming on. Tyler Chisma's worked really effectively on that right side tonight, causing some problems for BC High. So the throw in for the Boxers. Looking for a streak of Marrera. Marrera touches it to Font. DeBrito, just sends the ball. He had a chance there, and the ball, Janilson DeBrito, just got a little bit too high for him to control to one touch it to himself to put a shot on net, and it goes over goal. So BC High, McConville have a goal kick. Under 20 minutes in the first half of a 0-0 game. McConville he'll send the ball looking to the right side, left side that is, and it's headed up by BC High out of bounds, and we'll get a Brockton throw in. And it looks like we will get Diego De Vega and Camara de Sources. Looks like De Vega will be on the throw. He's looking for de Sources, controlled by BC High, and another throw in for the Boxers. And this will be number 11 on the throw, Jason Marrera. Marrera. Looking for de Sources. De Sources working hard. Marrera, as BC High has it, Brockton controls the ball. And that was Camara de Sources working hard, and Brockton will have the throw in. And that will be Jason Marrera on the throw. Brockton trying to spread out a little bit in the offensive part of the field. As he throws the ball in a little bit of space there for Brockton to work with, but intercepted by BC High. And number 23 played it nicely. Luke Scott played it back, and BC High will try to control the ball on the right side, but they won't. They will have a Brockton throw in. And that looks like Valdemar Rodriguez. As Brockton will control the ball at midfield. The throw-in will be looking for number 7, Janilson DeBrito. DeBrito. Nice move. And we won't get a foul. Looked like we might have got a foul there, but we don't. We're just going to get a throw-in for the Boxers as they control the ball down to about the BC High 20-yard line. Or the pitch, they call it in soccer. As Brockton controls the ball. There's a nice move by Anthony Santos. DeBrito with the ball on the far side. DeBrito makes a move. The Brockton has the ball. He just missed hooking up with Camara de Sources. And the nice work by DeBrito almost paid off as Jake McConville was able to secure the ball. The ball's played over to Christopher Curran. Chris Curran plays the ball up looking for Daly. Daly plays the ball to Cavallo. He makes a nice pass. Anthony Santos is there. Anthony Santos with number 23 in as BC Tavares sends the ball up and intercepted by BCI, but Brockton gets back and control the ball. Brockton with the ball. Brockton, that looks like it's de Sources with the ball. He has space. It looks like he was fouled right there. And we will get Brockton with the free kick around the 20-yard line, as they look like they had numbers there to put some pressure on the Eagles. And we will get, who's going to control the kick here? It looks like it will be number 20 for the Boxers, Alessandro Tavares. The left footer. His Boxers send about 7 near the box. Let's see if they can get something here. Alexandro Morera is right next to him. Tavares, Morera, the ball sent in, nice touch. The ball sent over the boxes. Oh, and a terrific save by McConville. And that was a set play by the boxes, and they almost had a goal out of that. Really nice setup from number 20, Alessandro Tavares, to Alexandro Morera. So we will get a corner kick, the first one for the boxes. And that will be Alexandro Morera. He'll send the ball in looking for number Anthony Santos. He sends the ball in deep, and that looks like we'll get a goal kick as the boxers try to deflect the ball there on net, and it'll go out of bounds, and McConville will have the goal kick. We grow under 16 minutes of a 0-0 game in the first half, as it's been a pretty even game thus far. The 5-1 boxers and the 1-2-2 Boston College High School Eagles. McConville talking to his defenseman. Looks like that was Daly, as he will send the ball up to the left side looking for Chris Curran. Chris Curran loses control, and that ball sent back down deep by number 11, Jason Morera. As we'll get a BC High goal kick, well, BC High throw-in. And it looks like Curran will throw in, as number 25 for BC High is back in the game, Tristan White. And he will be the one throwing the ball. So BC High will throw it in right around the right around the box of their own goalkeeper. White taking a little time. Dangerous area for a throw. The ball gets in, and Brockton will control the ball. There's Anthony Santos. Sends it back in, and the ball will go out of bounds for a throw in for BC High, as Tristan White will throw the ball again. He's looking, number 23, Luke Scott sends it deep. Anthony Santos goes away, and does a nice job getting rid of that ball with Luke Scott, as he sends the ball in deep. That ball sent over to the mid with BC High, and we'll get an offsides. So BC High sent the ball in deep there. Looked like they had a guy right in front of the box, but he was offside. So Anthony Santos plays it over for Valdemar Rodriguez. Anthony Santos has been Brockton's most steady player tonight. He's been really good at the center back tonight, controlling play for the boxers. As Brockton sends the ball up deep, looking for number 11, Jason Morera, as Brockton's turn the ball over. Chris Curran will throw the ball in. Intercepted nicely by the boxer, Janosin DeBrito. Janosin DeBrito has a little bit of room, sends the ball back open to Morera. Morera sends the ball over to Alessandro Tavares. Nice one-touch pass by Diego De Vega. Morera is trying to send the ball to a streaking DeBrito, as BC High sends the ball deep, as the header by Freeman is intercepted by the boxers, and Brockton will control the ball. And Chris Curran is back there. He sends it back to McConville. McConville just sends the ball out, doesn't even pick it up, kicks it up, straight up in the air around his 40-yard line, headed over by Tavares. There's White. White has the ball. Valdemar Rodriguez sends it up with his left foot. And number 17, nice play by number 17, Colin Daly. Colin Daly sends the ball deep. And that looks like Diego De Vega. And we will get a corner kick. Wow, nice play by BC High right there, as will be the second corner of the game for BC High. And taking the corner kick will be number 17, Colin Daly. Said his name a bunch of times tonight. He's been effective for the Eagles. The right footer with about 6 guys in the box. Brockton's got almost everyone back to defend it. The ball sent over to Curran. Curran sends the ball into a dangerous area, and that is done nicely by Paulo Tavares to grab that ball. More importantly, hold on to it and not drop it. There were 3 Eagles there if he did. So a nice set play by the Eagles, controlled by the boxer goalie. We creep under 12 minutes of the first half. Tavares sends the ball deep, and that's controlled by number 10 by the Eagles, Jack Gibbons. And the Eagles control the ball. They send the ball up, deflected off by the boxers, and that will be a throw-in by number 15. It looks like Killian Doherty. Controlled by the Eagles. The Eagles intercepted by, he said his name a bunch of times tonight, Anthony Santos. Tavares looking for Janosin DeBrito. He has a streak and just missed him. That was Jason Morera. Colin Daly turns the ball. He gets the ball up to Luke Scott, looking for Daly. Daly heads the ball over, intercepted by the boxes, Janilson DeBrito, and that ball will go out for a throw-in by Daly. Daly has a streaking number 13, Chris Curran, and number 16, Charlie Thomason. Boxes with the ball, with a little bit of room here. That's Cameron DeSources. Sends the ball over to the middle, just deflected by Christopher Curran. Nice play. So, there is Morera. Morera sends it over. Valdemar Rodriguez comes way up from his right back position to keep the ball in play for the boxes. And there's Janilson DeBrito. He sends the ball over the right side, intercepted by Daly. Daly sends the ball up to Tristan White. As that ball will be sent back, and Paulo Tavares will play with his feet. He's out of the box. Sends the ball over Alessandro Tavares to Anthony Santos. Anthony Santos to DeSources. Diego De Vega. Diego De Vega back to Anthony Santos. As Anthony Santos sends the ball out to Paulo Tavares, the goaltender. He'll send the ball to Anthony Santos. He sends it over. Dangerous play to De Vega, but nicely done. Valdemar Rodriguez. Valdemar Rodriguez with the ball. As Brockton controls, Anthony Santos. Anthony Santos. As Brockton tries to set up a play, but they'll turn the ball over. But that will be out of bounds with a throw-in for the boxes. As BC High is sending, it looks like they're in a 3-4-3 defensively. Putting a little pressure on Brockton defense to make the perfect play. So Brockton with the throw-in. It looks like Valdemar Rodriguez will throw it. We're under 10 in the first half, 0-0. Valdemar throws the ball in. And we're going to get our first time out of the match. I think Coach Furtado saw something he didn't like there. BC High changed up what they were doing defensively. And Coach Furtado, the veteran coach, saw something he didn't like, wants to talk about it with his team. As we said before the game, BCI is 1-2-2, but this is not your average 1-2-2 team. They play the Iron of the State, the Catholic Conference, and the Boxers are in a dogfight tonight. Play has been controlled, I would say about a 50-50 by both teams. Brockton with a couple more of the dangerous chances, but nothing too out of hand for either goalkeeper. They've both come up with some nice stops to keep this game at 0-0. Brockton Community Access will be back at it Friday night for our first home game of the season, as the 0-2 Brockton Boxers will take on the Lincoln Sudbury Warriors. Coach Jilson Silver, in his first season, is looking for his first victory after two, really tough victories. The first game of the season, Brockton seemingly had a win, inexplicably throwing the ball in a knee situation, and the young team, young coaches made a mistake. They owned up to it. They lost the game. They went out to their annual second game of the season with Franklin, where they seemed to never come out with a victory, and Franklin, with a strong second half, dominated the Boxers to the 35-7 victory. But this is a veteran team for Brockton, so hopefully Coach Silva will have them ready to play on Friday. But back here at Marciano Stadium on the campus of Brockton High School, Curtis Reese on the production, Leo Genitacio play-by-play, Brockton Community Access. Catch us on the Brockton channels. Brockton High School Soccer, the Boxers versus the Boston College Eagles. Division I regular season matchup. Non-league. So after the timeout, the Boxers didn't make any changes. Let's see if they change up anything defensively, as the throw-in will be Valdemar Rodriguez. He throws. Valdemar is looking. The Boxers will send two up a little bit higher this time, with the Anthony Santos coming a little bit closer. Valdemar throws the ball up, and that ball's controlled nicely by the Boxers. Janilson DeBrito there with Alexandro Morera. And the ball is battled on the right side and controlled by, looks like Anthony Santos once again with a really nice one touch to himself to Paulo Tavares. Paulo Tavares, he'll control the ball, and he just turns it over. That's a really, really poor play. And he missed the net. That should have been a goal. As Brockton turned the ball over, the goaltender, Paulo Tavares, just handed the ball to number 25, for the Boston College Eagles, Tristan White, and he missed a wide open net. Boston College should be up 1-0. So maybe just a little bit too much from your goalkeeper, as the Boxers will have a goal kick by Anthony Santos. He sends it over to Valdemar Rodriguez. Valdemar turns the ball dangerously in front of the net, controlled by the Boxers. And that ball sent deep. They have a sprinting number 10, Alexandro Moreira. Alexandro Moreira to Jason. Alexandro Moreira sends the ball into a sprinting boxer. He has room. The ball is touched nicely to himself. Over to Moreira. He is intercepted nicely by Boston College defensively. Is that Jason Moreira trying to control it? Brockton controls at the 30-yard mark. There's Jason again. He sends the ball over to Camara de Sources. To Janilson DeBritto. He tries to turn and move. He just can't. Brockton intercepts all again. Jason Moreira controls it. And that ball's going to go offsides as Brockton has controlled the play the last few minutes in the BCI part of the field. And we'll get a throw in for number 20, Alexandro Tavares. He leaves it for number 10, Alexandro Moreira. And that will be Jason Moreira actually in the throw. He throws the ball into the box, and that ball's to number 10. Oh, and he turns, and a nice save by McConville. Brockton's best chance of the night. And a nice turn by Anthony Santos. It actually wasn't Santos. Camara de Source. As Daly with the ball. Daly turns it over. He has control. And Brockton does a nice job getting him off it. And they're going to get a foul. That foul will go on number 17, Colin Daly, as Brockton will get a free kick as we're under 7 minutes in a 0-0 game. And that will be number 20, Alexandro Tavares. Tavares looking for the throw-in. As Brockton's taking their time with this throw. Tavares. As the ball game is delayed a little bit. It's going to be a kick for the Boxers. Once again, Tavares and Moreira next to each other. Last time they had a nice set play that almost resulted in a goal. And it will be Tavares. The lefty sends it over. The ball sent into the box. The ball is defended nicely by the Eagles. Anthony Santos kicks it in. Controlled by De Sources. As intercepted by Pham, and he sends the ball out deep. And Boston College that ball will go out of bounds, and Brockton will have a throw-in. We're under 6 in the first half. 0-0. Brockton and BC High. Brockton will have the throw-in as an errant ball is on the field. That ball will be Valdemar Rodriguez. Valdemar Rodriguez with the throw-in. Looking for Tavares. He makes a nice bicycle pass behind the back as Brockton's comes in, and that's number 9, Nevin Fonts. Nevin Fonts controls the ball on the left side. Nice touch. He throws the ball over the middle, defended by Boston College. Daly sends it out, and he's looking for White, but controlled by the Boxers. That's Janilson DeBritto. DeBritto to Nevin Fonts again. Back over to Diego De Vega. The ball sent back up to the Boxers. Moreira. And that looks like the Brockton control it again. Brockton with the ball. The ball sent in, looking for DeBritto. And Jake McConville comes in to intercept any dangerous play that could have been for Brockton. As McConville will have a free kick under 5 in a 0-0 game. McConville, he kicks it up, and it's a solid kick in the middle of the field, looking for White. And Brockton has Anthony Santos back there with Diego De Vega and Valdemar Rodriguez. Valdemar Rodriguez loses control of the ball. And that is Paulo Tavares getting the ball out of any dangerous area. So BC High controls it, intercepted by the Boxers. Janilson DeBritto, he has space. He has a terrific pass, streaking in for the Boxers. And it looks like a breakaway. Oh, and he just lost control of it. It was a wonderful pass to Alexandro Moreira, and the touch was just a little bit too much. He got past the goalkeeper, and it would have been an easy goal, but BCI was able to defend it. But a terrific pass sent him in alone, and the touch was just a little bit too much as Brockton was unable to put the ball in the net. But we'll get a throw-in. And it looks like Valdemar Rodriguez once again. He sends the ball into the box. The ball's headed over. Oh, and that was in a dangerous spot. But McConville, he plays it out, and that's White. White with the ball intercepted, and Brockton will turn it over, and that will be a throw in for Colin Daly. Colin Daly taking his time as BC High, lucky not to be down 1-0 right there, as Brockton had a man in alone and was unable to score. So Colin Daly, the captain, slowing things down. Smart coaching by Billy Ryan. Daly throws the ball up deep, and that is controlled by the boxes. Marrera, and that's the Saucers with a little bit of room. He makes a touch to himself. Oh, just one too many, as he looked like he had a shot but didn't get away with it. Number 11 for the boxes has room, and that ball's deflected in, and that is saved by McConville, as Brockton has had two real good chances to go up 1-0. We're under 3 minutes in the first half. I don't know how much stopping times we'll have, but it shouldn't be too much. So did the refs? Yeah, the refs did call. If they let that play go on, but did call a foul. So Brockton will have a dangerous kick here at about the 15-yard box as BCI makes their wall. Looks like we'll have Marrero, most likely, and Tavares. And it looks... No, you got Nevin Fonts. Nevin Fonts on the kick. They move the box back 10 yards. Let's see what the boxes do with this. Fonts on the kick. Here it is. He sends it in. And that ball is saved by McConville. And a good effort by...
Official time will be kept on the field for the remainder of the first half.
So, official time, like we heard, will be kept by the officials on the field. The ball sent up, as Brockton has stepped up their play since that turnover. Janelson DeBrito with the ball. Janelson DeBrito turns it over, and BC High sprinting down the sideline. And that was Charlie Thomason. Charlie Thomason. He'll have the throw-in. He'll send the ball close to the box, and that's intercepted by the boxes. Sent out deep, and Brockton looks to control the ball in their side of the field. Intercepted by BC High. BC High with a little bit of room. Nice move there, but intercepted nicely by Valdemar Rodriguez. Brockton with the ball. Sends the ball over to Tavares. Tavares with the ball to Janelson DeBrito. Janelson DeBrito has a little bit of room. Sends the ball over to the boxes, number 11. Jason Marrera. Marrera looking for DeSauces. Sends the ball up to Diego De Vega. He sends the ball over, looking for a header from the boxes. Controlled, and that is just sent away by Boston College High. Alexandro Marrera. Alexandro Marrera sends the ball over to DeBrito. DeBrito with the ball. DeBrito controls a nice move to himself. Sends it over to Marrera. He sends the ball deep, looking for the cross, and McConville once again is there to control it. So we are keeping the time on the field in a 0-0 game. McConville will kick it deep, and that ball is missed by all, and looks like Daly is there, but Anthony Santos will head it out of any danger. And the ball will be off BC High for a throw-in, and it looks like we'll have Diego De Vega on the throw. As he moves him back. Diego sending some forwards up. Let's see if this is the last. Well, Brockton goes backwards. Anthony Santos, and that will be halftime. So, after 45 plus minutes at Marciano Stadium, the ball has been basically a stalwart here. We have been controlled by both teams. BCI and Brockton both have been effective at different times. Brockton with a few more dangerous plays, but BCI has played really effectively tonight, especially in the defensive end. So we'll go into halftime here. Brockton 0, BC High 0. Welcome back to Rocky Marciano Stadium on the campus of Brockton High School. Brockton Community Access. You can catch us on the Brockton channel. Leo Genitasi on the play-by-play. Curtis Reese on the production. The Boxers and the Boston College Eagles tonight in a Division I regular season game, non-conference. They are at 0-0. The Boxers came in tonight at 5-1. Boston College High School at 1-2-2. I would say the play was pretty evenly matched. Brockton controlled early on. BC High controlled a little bit of the momentum heading towards the latter part of the first half, but Brockton had the best chance of the first half when a terrific pass was sent in for Nevin Fonts, and he just touched it a little bit too hard, and the ball went past the goalkeeper, out of bounds, and Boston College High was able to control the ball. BCI did have one really terrific chance when Paulo Tavares turned the ball over, and number 25 from BC High, Tristan White, just missed the net as Brockton was able to dodge a bullet there. So BC High will control as we switch sides. BC High will be on the north end, Brockton on the south end, and we are ready for some action. Again, a beautiful night here at Rocky Marciano Stadium at Brockton High School. And it looks like it will be White who controls the ball back. He sends the ball back in deep, and that's controlled again by number 7 from the boxes. And that's Janosin DeBrito. Janosin DeBrito sends it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Jason Moreira. Jason Moreira sends the ball deep, and that ball will be played up to DeBrito, to Alexandro Moreira. Janosin DeBrito once again. Janosin DeBrito's Brockton playing with a lot of pace this early in the second half. And that's going to be Alessandro Tavares. Alessandro Tavares, he has the ball. He has a man wide, and that looks like it is all just out of the reach of Nevin Fonts. Valdemar Rodriguez sends it in. Valdemar Rodriguez to Alexandro Moreira. The ball gets into the box as BC High is able just to get it out as Brockton once again controls it. Alexandro Tavares sends the ball in looking, and McConville will come out, and he's going to have to play that with his hands as Brockton is playing with a little extra gusto here in the second half. McConville, he will kick the ball up deep, and there is Daly. Daly kicks the ball up to Colin White. Colin White for Cavallo. Cavallo has room. He's trying to get by Anthony. Anthony Santos with a terrific... No, that's not Anthony Santos. That is Diego De Vega with a really good play. De Vega sends the ball up, and that is sent over. The boxes will lose control as BCI kicks it deep. Diego De Vega heads it up. Diego De Vega, he heads it up, and that is controlled by Moreira. As number 20 for the Brockton is Alessandro Tavares. He loses control. The ball goes over to the right side over there, and there's Nevin Fonts. Nevin Fonts is being pushed. He has number 14 next to him, and that looks like it should be Brockton's ball, and that ball goes off Luke McDonald. And Brockton, number 10, Alessandro Moreira. He lost control of it, and Brockton controls it once again. Nevin Fonts. Nevin Fonts has the ball. He has room. Nevin Fonts passes it over. And he has Tavares. Tavares loses control, and that's a good play by BCI, but turned back over as Diego De Vega comes up in the defensive position and makes a good play. As Brockton has the ball at the top of the box. Alessandro Tavares. Alessandro Tavares, the ball's kicked in, and a nice save by McConville as Brockton gets the first chance of the second half on a shot by Alessandro Tavares as Brockton is playing with a lot more energy here early in the second half of a 0-0 game. McConville with the kick. Taking his time, no rush. Puts the ball to the ground and makes a good kick to the center of the field to the right side. Brockton controls it. Back to the BCI defender. He kicks it up with a nice touch pass. And intercepted by the boxes will be a throw-in for BC High. The throw-in will be by the defender, Jack Gibbons. Jack Gibbons sends the ball in, intercepted by Janosin DeBrito, back from his forward position to help out. Gibbons with the ball. Gibbons sends the ball over deep, intercepted by Alessandro Tavares. Jason Moreira is there. And that ball is sent out by Diego De Vega. He gets it out of trouble as Brockton sprints towards the ball. Alexandro Moreira. Alexandro Moreira worked hard to get a throw-in for the Boxers. We go under 37 minutes of a 0-0 game. Boxers control. The ball is kicked over. Intercepted by, we'll get a throw-in over there. And that's going to be Alexandro Moreira. He leaves it off for Diego De Vega. Diego plays the ball forward, looking for Janosin DeBrito and Alexandro Moreira. BCI intercepts and the ball sent deep. And there is Valdemar Rodriguez. And we might get did we get offsides? We may have got an offsides as Brockton will have the ball around the 40-yard line of their own pitch. And it looks like Anthony Santos will control it. He sends the ball. He's going to control right around midfield. The left footer sends the ball deep. He's looking for Nevin Fonts. Nevin Fonts sprints to the ball, intercepted by BC High. BC High has Moreira. And there is Janosin DeBrito. Janosin DeBrito plays the ball back for Valdemar Rodriguez. Alexandro Morera back to DeBrito to Morera. A nice touch pass intercepted by BC High. And there's Colin White. He's all by himself. But Anthony Santos, he closes real fast. Wow, does he close fast. And there's Carvalho. Carvalho has a little bit of room. He sends the ball up deep. Intercepted by Diego De Vega. And a terrific play and a tough first touch by number 9 from the boxes, Nevin Fonts. So BCI in the throw, and they send the ball into the middle of the pitch, intercepted by BCI controls. They have room. There's the long kick, off the crossbar. That's the best opportunity of the night. BCI just misses. Paulo Tavares was frozen right there. He was out of his net a little bit too much, and he got absolutely frozen. The ball went off the bar. So Brockton is lucky again not to be down. Again, an interception by BC High. Good defense by Valdemar Rodriguez. And then we're going to have a little bit of a tussle over there. But BC High will have control. And that was a wicked shot by BC High. I think it was Jack Daly who made a really good effort. And the boss stopped him from giving BC High a 1-0 lead. So number 13, Chris Curran. Chris Curran, the right foot, he has room there. The ball will be in. Intercepted by the boxes, and they're just able to get that out with a nice play by Valdemar Rodriguez. BCI once again in control. They're showing a little possession now. And that ball just out of bounds for a Brockton throw-in. So 0-0 as we go under 34 minutes of the second half. Brockton and BCI in a Division I non-league matchup. As both teams have showed some aggression, good momentum, and some opportunities, neither one has been able to put a ball in the net. So Paulo Tavares leaves it for Anthony Santos. There's Morera, Nevin Fonts to Alessandro Tavares. He sends the ball in deep, and it's into, BC, Nevin Fonts has it. He's looking for Morera. Nevin Fonts has room. He shoots. A great save by McConville, as both teams have had some great opportunities to get on the scoreboard. And McConville has made some really good stops to keep BC High with the clean sheet. McConville kicks the ball deep. He's looking for Daly. The ball's sent back, and there's Anthony Santos. Anthony Santos heads the ball up. Intercepted by the boxes, and that ball will be looking deep, and it's Morera. Morera has room. Morera sends the ball over to Nevin. Nevin Font sends the ball over to Alessandro. He has room. He takes one step. He looks back over. Fonts is deflected on a nice play by Cavallo. Diego De Vega has room, and he sends the ball up to number 20, Alessandro Tavares. Alessandro Tavares sends the ball into the box, intercepted by BC High. And that ball's intercepted by the boxes, controlled by the Eagles. And once again, a nice play at midfield by Brockton. And number 10, Jack Gibbons. Jack Gibbons sends it deep, and there's Valdemar Rodriguez. And I think we're going to get an offsides. BCI's leaked that forward in deep a few times, trying to sneak him in past the defender, but he's been offsides. So we're climbing under 33 in a 0-0 game. BCI with the free kick from about the 40-yard line of Brockton's side of the field. And it will be Chris Curran, and I think that's going to be Colin Daly with him. Mark Curran has been doing most of the free kicks tonight. Chris Curran looking over as BCI sends seven guys forward, 2 back, with Daly in the middle of the floor. Curran sends the ball deep. It's a really good kick. Sent out, controlled by the Eagles. Carvello, he turns, a header by the Eagles. Anthony Santos is here, and Brockton just gets the ball out as they have a little bit of a run. Nevin Fonts has room, intercepted by Daly. And he touch passes it up to number 24, Ethan Pham. Ethan Pham just with a little bit too hard of a touch. And that ball will be a throw-in for the Eagles. As this game has gone back and forth, with both teams with good opportunities. Ethan Pham will leave it for Colin Daly. I'm sorry, not Jack. I apologize, Colin. So Colin Daly on the throw. He's been really effective tonight, creating several opportunities for the Eagles. And it's left off for number 25, Tristan White. He sends the ball in deep, headed over as the Eagles try to get a scoring opportunity there. Intercepted by Brockton. Boston College, and that will be Colin Daly. Colin Daly sends it out but that ball will be a Brockton throw-in. Font sends the ball up deep. He's looking for Alessandro Tavares. Boston College High controls the ball, and that's Pham. Ethan Pham. He touched pass. He was looking for a streaking Daly. Jack Gibbons. They have room. Oh, and they just miss the net. Terrific opportunity for BC High. And they just missed the goalpost wide. And that is number 10, Jack Gibbons. That looked like it was going right into the far part of the net, and he just missed it. As Brockton High is able to escape once again. Nevin Fonts sends it in, but BC High is controlling the play. Valdemar Rodriguez over there, and he lets the ball go by smartly for a goal kick for Tavares. As BC High is really, after a great stop by the Boxers early this half, BC High has turned it on, and we're going to get a timeout from Coach Billy Ryan we're at 30 minutes of the second half of a 0-0 game. Coming out of the timeout at Rocky Marciano Stadium on the campus of Brockton High School. The Brockton Boxers and the Boston College Eagles are scoreless 0-0. Leo Genitaccio on the play-by-play. Curtis Reese on the production. A very good crowd here, as these two teams have really had opportunities on both ends to put a ball in the net. BCI's had the two best opportunities this half. They hit a crossbar, and they had Jack Gibbons just missed the right side of the net for a goal, as we still stay scoreless after the timeout. And it will be a goal kick, I believe, for Paulo Tavares. 29-28. The unofficial time will be kept on the field right around the 3-minute half of the second half. So Tavares heads back to his net. Coach Furtado once again has the Boxers out to a 5-1 record. They have the preeminent program at Brockton High right now. State champions every year. They're a top 10 team in the state. Always a threat to win a state title. He's done a fantastic job. So Paulo Tavares on the kick. He'll leave it for Anthony Santos. The left footer sends it deep, looking for Nevin Fonts. BC High will control it right there. Intercepted by the Boxers, and there's Pham and Daly. And that ball will go out of bounds for a BC High throw-in, and that will be left, it looks like, for Colin Daly. He'll leave it for Tristan White. Tristan White will send people into the box. Tristan White, as they have a lot of players forward. The ball's thrown in. That ball will be thrown out of bounds. Not his best effort, but we've said his teams a bunch of times tonight. Tristan White has been dangerous. As the Boxers will get a goal kick. Most times it's been Paulo Tavares leaving it for the left footer, Anthony Santos, who I think has been Brockton's best player tonight. He's taken over that spot where Wolf Victor was last year, controlling the game from the center back position. Santos sends it deep and controlled by BCI at the midfield. Headed back in. Santos once again gets the ball out of any dangerous area. Nevin Fonts is here. Nevin Fonts kicks it up looking for Alessandro Tavares. Alessandro. And we'll get it looks like a dangerous play there by Jason. No, that was Alexandro Moreira. And the kick will be Christopher Curran on the free kick as we're climbing under, right around 28 minutes. Curran sends the ball deep. He's looking for a sprinted eagle. The ball's kicked away by the Boxers. And it is that Diego De Vega? The Boxers send it forward. It's Janoson De Brito. He sends the ball over to Moreira. Alexandro Tavares. Deflected off. Alexandro Moreira. and the ball will be thrown in by Diego De Vega. Diego leaves it off as the Boxers have the ball right around midfield for a throw. As we'll have a substitution for Brockton. Number 17, Ruben Martins comes on, and we will get, it looks like number 9, Nevin Fonts will get a break. We'll probably see him back. Diego De Vega sends the ball. Nice moves back, but the ball's turned over, but controlled back by Brockton. Brockton has the ball. There's De Vega. De Vega has a little bit of room. The Boxers have it. Sent over to Moreira. Moreira with a little bit of room. Ruben Martins, a nice pass. Oh, that ball was a beautiful pass. The ball sent over, deflected by BC High. The ball deflected again, and McCaskill will come over and McConville will make the save as Brockton had a couple opportunities in front of the net. And McConville, once again, he's been a rock in the net tonight for BC High. The long kick deep, and that is over the head of Diego De Vega, but Anthony Santos clears it away. Ruben Martins to Moreira. Janilson DeBrito intercepted, and that should be a foul on Cavallo. So the ball is sent back over. Ruben Martins, he's been dangerous. He sends the ball in deep. That's a good pass. Looking for Moreira. Controlled by Moreira. Alexandro Tavares. Alexandro Moreira. Good, nice touch behind his back. The Brockton with the ball. Sends the ball over, and we might get a corner kick out of that. So the Boxers, after that brief BC High onslaught, will get a corner kick. And let's see what the Boxers can do with this. We're climbing around the 25-minute mark of the second half of the 0-0 game. So the corner will usually have number 20 over there, Alexandro Tavares, and number 10, Alexandro Moreira. So it looks like Moreira will take the kick. The ball sent over to the box, and that's punched away by McCaskill, but we'll get a foul on the Boxers, as that was a terrific corner. So BC High will get the free kick on the foul, as each team has had opportunities to go up on the scoreboard here. McConville with the kick. Sending guys forward, and there it is. He sends the ball, a terrific kick to the right side, and it will go just out of bounds for a Brockton throw-in, and that's Diego De Vega over there who's been doing most of the throws. The ball's back in. Sent back over to Anthony Santos. He sends it back to Paulo Tavares. Paulo Tavares controls it with his feet. Takes his time, no rush. Paulo takes his time and once again sends the kick forward, looking for Janilson DeBrito and Moreira. The ball sent forward by Jack Gibbons. Jack Gibbons over to Cavallo. Jack Gibbons with the ball. He makes a good move, but that ball will be, looked like it was off BC High, but no, it's off Brockton, and we'll get a throw-in for the Eagles. And the throw-in will be by Colin Daly, the captain. Daly sending men forward near the box. The throw. He's got room, and that's headed away by the Boxers. Daly with the ball. He heads it forward. Brockton looking to get the ball forward. Daly intercepts it. Daly with a nice move around. Another nice move. Sends the ball in looking for a streaking Eagle. But Brockton intercepts, and they're going to get Alexandro Moreira. Alexandro Moreira with two men on him. Oh, that ball looks like it's off BC High again, but another throw in for White. Daly throws the ball in. The one touch is back to Brockton. And the ball goes forward, but it's back to the Boston College Eagles. Callum Owen. Callum Owen has been the center midfield. He's come in and done a nice job. And Brockton will have the throw in. That's De Vega. Diego De Vega intercepted by the Eagles and sent away again by the Boxers. And we got a streak of Moreira down there. He has room. He heads the ball forward. He gets past the defender. And Callum Owen is just there to get the ball away. Or that would have been two guys in on alone. And the ball sent forward. Valdemar Rodriguez is over there using good ups to get past a guy significantly taller than him to head the ball out of danger. So it looks like Chris Curran will throw the ball in. Chris Curran sends it back to Gavin Freeman. Gavin Freeman sends the ball over deep to Fairman, and that ball, just a missed touch by the Eagles, and we'll get a throw in for the Boxers. We're closing in the 20-minute mark of a 0-0 game. Diego De Vega taking his time. He throws the ball. He looks forward for Moreira. Janelson DeBrito's over there. But that's sent away by Pham. Anthony Santos with a nice one touch looking for Ruben Martins and Diego De Vega. Here's Valdemar Rodriguez. Just gets the ball a little bit too far for the streaking Ruben Martins. Anthony Santos lets the ball bounce. He's pushed aside. You're going to get a foul on Luke Scott right there, and Brockton will have the free kick. Anthony Santos, he has Ruben Martins. Ruben Martins has done a little bit when he's been in there tonight. He's been dangerous. Alexandro Janelson DeBrito looking for Moreira, intercepted by the Eagles. A nice touch pass right there, but Anthony Santos, once again, he'll play that ball back to Paulo Tavares. Paulo kicks the ball up right to a Boston College Eagle. Headed up, and it looks like it is Jack Gibbons trying to control it. Gibbons over to Colin Daly. Colin Daly up to Pham on the far side of the field, and the ball will be off Boston College for a throw-in for the Boxers. The ball sent deep in that ball. I think he tried to sneak up a little bit too far for streaking to Alexandro Moreira. So it is Diego De Vega. Diego De Vega looking to see where he throws that ball. And he's looking for DeBrito and Moreira. The ball's turned over, and BC High has the ball again. BC High looks for Colin Daly. Colin Daly with a header. Valdemar Rodriguez smartly gets the ball out. And that ball will be sent forward. And Colin Daly is there again. Nice defensive play by Valdemar Rodriguez. Valdemar Rodriguez looks like he has Alexandro Moreira. Brockton trying to send some guys forward. Moreira sends the ball deep looking for Alexandro Moreira. He loses it with Alessandro Tavares. Here's Moreira with the ball. Back to himself, he makes a move. Sends the ball far over to the other side. And there it is. He makes a nice move. Intercepted by Pham. BCI has numbers. They have 4, 5 going forward. And the ball sent over to Daly. Valdemar Rodriguez stands his ground. That's a nice pass looking for Daly. He has room. But that is a nice defense by Valdemar Rodriguez. His makeup speed right there to get the ball. So we're climbing in about 20 minutes of a 0-0 game. As Paulo Tavares and Anthony Santos, as Santos ties his shoe, no rush. As this game has been back and forth with both teams with numerous opportunities of putting a goal on the board. Ball sent forward. There's Janelson DeBrito. There's Ruben Martins. Nice defensive play by Chris Curran. And Ruben Martins, we said his name a few times. Janelson DeBrito. Valdemar Rodriguez. Nice turn right there by Alessandro Moreira, but a little bit too much as the ball goes back to BC High. Diego De Vega sends it forward, and it's headed up by DeBrito. BC High with a nice play by Pham, but intercepted by the Boxers. Nice play by number 11 right there up in Brockton. That was Jason Moreira. Ruben Martins, he touch passes it to Alexandro Tavares. Jason Moreira, nice move. He has a little bit of space. He sends the ball in looking for the ball. Oh, and it's intercepted by McConville. Turned over by the Boxers. McConville's down. They have room. The goaltender's down. Oh, that's a really tough whistle for the Boxers. The goalie looked like he hit. They clashed on that streak in by the Boxers as the ref blows the whistle as they did not have a goalie in the net. But Brockton did have a dangerous opportunity when the whistle was blown. So the referee will check in with McConville, who's made numerous stops tonight and kept BCI in this game. So the referee talking to the goalie. I think it will be Brockton's ball on the whistle because they had control of it when he blew it. As we climb under 19 minutes here at Rocky Marciano Stadium on the campus of Brockton High School. Leo Giannatasio along with Curtis Reese on the production. Brockton High School soccer against the Boston College Eagles. The 5-1 Boxers in the 1-2-2 Boston College Eagles in a stalemate here. It's been a terrific game. And a beautiful night. So Brockton with the ball into play. Ruben Martins, he's looking over there for number 10, Alexandro Morera sent back out, and Anthony Santos with Colin Daly near him. Paulo Tavares, he sends the ball over to Diego De Vega. Diego De Vega with room. Send the ball deep, the pass intercepted by Cavallo. He sends the ball up, but there's Anthony Santos once again. Been all over the field tonight for the Boxers. Sent back over. Alexandro Tavares. He has a little bit of room there. There's Ruben Martins with a nice touch pass to Morera. Morera with the ball. He has Janelson DeBrito and Alexandro Tavares. There's with the room. There's the kick. Oh, and that just misses. And that was Alessandro Tavares, who missed by about a foot there. With Brockton with a terrific chance. So we got a substitute here. BC High will send off Luke Scott, and they will send on number 20, it looks like number 26, Callum Owen. The free kick for McConville. McConville, the captain, he sends it forward. Headed over by number 24, Ethan Pham. Intercepted by the Boxers. Number 11 for Brockton. That's Jason Morera looking for Ruben Martins. And that ball's just too much of a hard touch off his foot. And we'll get a throw in by Christopher Curran. Curran taking his time. Looking. The ball's thrown forward. Headed up by the Boxers by Valdemir Rodriguez. And we'll get a throw in around the 40-yard line of Brockton by Chris Curran. Curran looks for Daly. Daly has the ball, and Tristan White's there too. And it's back over to the Boxers, sent out by Anthony Santos. The ball headed up, and there's number 17 for BC High, Colin Daly. And that ball's going to get off for a throw-in for Valdemir Rodriguez. Valdemir, he's looking for Jason Morera. Morera loses control, and the ball sent over. Ruben Martins heads it backwards. Valdemir keeps the ball in play. It was heading out of bounds. And number 20, Alessandro Tavares loses it. BC High with the ball. Carvalho has room. And that will be off the Boxes for a corner kick for BC High. The corner will be taken by Colin Daly. So let's see what BC High can do with this. 0-0 under 17. Daly over. BC High with just about everyone forward but two defenders. 6 in the box. It's a good corner. They've got room. They got space. Oh, and they're going to call a foul. That's a fortunate call for the Boxers, as it looked like Daly had room. So, Anthony Santos sends the ball up. Jason Morera sends the ball up, turned over. BC High with the ball. Diego De Vega tries to send it up, intercepted, but we'll get an inadvertent hand and a Brockton kick. We're at 16 minutes of a 0-0 game. Played back to Paulo Tavares. Paulo Tavares, with time, he'll kick the ball forward, looking for the Boxer forwards. Just out of their reach, bounces over the center backs, deflected by Colin Pham, intercepted by the Boxers. Alessandro Tavares. And there's Anthony Santos once again. Anthony Santos plays it back to Paulo Tavares. Paulo Tavares kicks it forward, looking for Janelson DeBrito and Nevin Fonts. Nevin Fonts in a battle over there with Charlie Thomason. Thomason wins, so BC High, there's Cavallo. He's got space, he's got more space. There's a kick, there's a touch, they got room, and that ball is just sent out for a Brockton High goal kick. As BC High really had a good opportunity there. Tavares made a good challenge there and was able to force the goal kick. Anthony Santos, he'll send the ball up to the left side. And there is number 11 there for Brockton is Jason Morera. Jason Morera is with Alessandro Tavares. Alessandro Tavares with the foul as BC High will control. There's Colin Daly. Colin Daly, the captain. He said his name a bunch of times tonight. He's been terrific. Left off for Jack Gibbons. BC High sending guys forward. They want a goal. They are not playing for the tie. The ball sent into the box. It's in a dangerous area. It's headed. There's room. And it's off the crossbar again as BC High has its second post. And there's another one. And they just Oh, and they score. So BC High will get the goal. They deserved it there. The ball came off the crossbar, and it was sent back over. And the goal will be by number 24 for BC High, Ethan Pham. The ball looked like it was heading out of play, but Pham, with a terrific touch, gets the goal. Oh, it's a no goal. So is it no goal? So we're not getting a goal. Okay, so BCI does not get the goal. There might have been a foul or an offsides. I'm sorry, I didn't get it. So no goal. So BCI really did everything but score in that sequence right there. So Brockton dodges one there. Diego De Vega sends the ball deep. We're going to get a foul at midfield as we are under 14 minutes of a 0-0 game. We haven't got clarification on why there wasn't a goal. It either had to be a foul or an offsides. Either way, it was no goal. Might have been offsides because the ball hit off the bar back to BCI, and the BCI forward never came back before the Brockton defenseman. I think it was an offside. So there is another turnover by the Boxers. Playing a little sloppy right now. A nice play by Diego De Vega, though. Diego De Vega looking for Ruben Martins. Ruben Martins keeps it in bounds. Keeps it in, and that ball's going to go off BCI for throw-in for the Boxers. Valdemir Rodriguez with the throw-in. Billy Ryan's not happy. He wants an explanation. The ball sent in. Cavello sends the ball in, intercepted by Anthony Santos. There's Alessandro Tavares. He's got room over there. Looking for Moreira. Moreira with the ball. Number 10 is Jason Moreira. Moreira with the ball. With space, intercepted. BCI is able to get the ball out of a dangerous area. Brockton keeps it in. Nice play by Diego De Vega. Moreira with it with a little bit of space. I don't know what the call was now. The referees have been a little late with the call. So we're going to get a foul over there, and BCI will get a throw-in. So Brockton intercepts it, but there's Colin Daly with Cavallo. Cavallo sends the ball over. BCI sends the ball into the box. Anthony Santos and Valdemir Rodriguez. Valdemir Rodriguez kicks the ball straight up in the air. Brockton is unable to head it, but there they are. It's De Vega again. Daly keeps the ball, touches it to himself. Anthony Santos and Nevin Fonch and Nelson DeBrito is able to get it. There's the kick up looking for a streak of Moreira. Jason Moreira, he's looking for Alessandro Moreira. Excuse me. The ball sent over, a nice pass. There's a streaking boxer. He kicks it, and it's a great save by McConville. Brockton with their best chance in the second half. That's Alessandro Moreira. And McConville with the save right around the 11-minute mark. McConville kicks it out. The senior goaltender's been a stalwart. He's been terrific. So both teams had opportunities to put one in there. Brockton with the ball. There's Alessandro Tavares. Able to keep it in. Intercepted by Colin Daly. Intercepted now and that is Moreira. Moreira, Daly coming back. Moreira with a nice move. Two nice moves. He has room. There's a nice touch pass. The box is in the ball with the box. The one touch to himself. And we're going to get, is that in the box? That may have been in the box. So Brockton may get a penalty kick out of this. So was that ball in the box? If it was in the box, Brockton's going to get a penalty kick. So we're going to get a penalty. Well, no, the ref is saying no. It's definitely a foul. I don't know if the refs are giving Brockton. It looked like it was in the box.
Come on, ref.
Herminio Furtado wants an explanation. If it's a foul, it should be a penalty kick because he was 2 yards inside the box. That ball should be, the referees are talking about it. And the refs are going to have a discussion about it. It's a penalty. If it's a foul, it's a penalty kick. If that's a missed call, that's unfortunate for the Boxers. We are going under 10 minutes of a 0-0 game. The other referee is right here at the 10-yard line. It's a penalty kick. It should be a penalty kick. So I don't know what the call is. We're waiting. I'm waiting on the field. Oh, I don't think Brockton's getting the call. That's a tough one. So it's going to be a ball at the top of the box. Well, it's really unfortunate for the Boxers. That was definitely a penalty kick. So the referee missed the call. Brockton will get a dangerous play anyways. The ball's right at the 10-yard box. I don't know how they missed that, but they did. So Brockton with the dangerous kick here. It looks like Jason Marrera is going to be able to take it. Nevin Fonts is there also. Let's see which one takes it. Looks like Nevin Fonts. So Brockton with the kick. There it is. And that ball is saved by McConville. A terrific stop. His number 17, Ruben Martins, sends it back in. McConville has saved BCI's bacon a few times tonight as we're under 10 minutes. McConville sends the ball deep. So both teams are unfortunate. BCI has a goal called back. Brockton looks like they have a penalty kick, and it's not called. So BCI, Colin White, intercepted by the Boxers. There's Cavello. Cavello is knocked down. The ball is not saved. We're going to get a throw-in for BCI. We're under 10 minutes in this game. So, Brockton has a man down. Looks like he might be cramping. As we are heading into crunch time, it's been a really entertaining game tonight. Both teams are numerous opportunities to put a goal on the board. We're at 0-0. Leo Genatasio along with Curtis Reese on the production. Rocky Marciano Stadium, Brockton High School Soccer, the Boxers and the Boston College Eagles. Longtime rivals tonight in soccer. So the throw-in will go to number 25, Tristan White. Tristan White will send guys into the box as we see number 13 back into the game. Tyler Chisma. And we have, who's that going out? I hope that's not Anthony Santos. The ball's thrown in. The ball's headed out. The ball's just out of a dangerous area. And that's going to be number 18 for the Boxers out. And that is Anthony Santos. That's an unfortunate break for the Boxers. They're probably their best player tonight. The ball sent back over by the Eagles. The ball's headed in. Chisma, what a nice play. Just can't get it out. As Diego De Vega is able to get the ball out of a dangerous area. Ball sent back in by BC High. And that should be an offsides, but it's not. BCI continues to play. The flag stays down. BCI sends it in. They have room. A good interception right there. As we're going to get a stoppage for, I don't know what the call is, as the Boxers have another injury, and that's number 7, Janelson DeBrito. He is limping. We're climbing under 8 minutes of a 0-0 game. Number 6 coming back on, Kamara DeSources. He's coming back in. As Janelson DeBrito looks like he has hurt his ankle or his knee, he's going to limp off. So the Boxers are holding on here. Looked like BCI had a goal called back. Looked like Brockton had a penalty kick. Was in the box, and the referees ruled it right at the top of the box. So both teams, unfortunately, did not get a break there for that one. Could be a makeup call there. So the Boxers will control the ball here, and that looks like Paulo Tavares. Tavares talking to the referee. We're in a 0-0 game. We're going under 8 minutes. The ball, we may have a few minutes of stoppage time here tonight. Tavares at the ball at the top of the box. He will send it away. He sends it away. The ball's deflected. Sent back in by BC High. Baltimore Rodriguez is playing that center back position that Anthony Santos has been playing. So we got Tyler Chisholm at the right back. And we have Valdemir in the middle. The ball's kicked up. BC High sends it forward. The ball's misplayed. It's kicked forward by Brockton. Kicked away by Pham. Controlled over there by Jason Marrera. Marrera tries to do a nice one touch to himself, but it's going to go out of bounds, and Brockton will have the throw-in. Alexandro Marrera over there. And Anthony Santos is back in. He doesn't stay out long. And Tyler Chisholm will go up to the right wing, and we will get number 17, Ruben Martins will come off. So we're right around the 6-minute mark, under 6 of a 0-0 game. The ball thrown in. The Boxers lose control, back, they have control again. BCI sends it over, intercepted by the Boxers, will get a throw in for the Eagles. And that throw in will be by Pham. Pham throws the ball up. Boxers misplay the ball. Valdemar Rodriguez, he kicks it up, looking for Nevin Fonts. Nevin Fonts looking for Moreira. Alessandro Tavares is over there too. Played back by the center back there. He plays it back to number 13, Chris Curran, the captain, who gets rid of it. Intercepted by Daly. Daly with a nice pass to Cavallo. Cavallo with a little bit of room. He's got Devin DeVega over there. Diego off, has the ball hit off of him. We're going to get a throw in. We're climbing under 5 minutes of a 0-0 game. Again, we'll be back here Friday night for the Boxers opening football game as they will play Lincoln Sudbury. Brockton Community Access. Catch us on the Brockton channels.
Official time will be kept on the field for the remainder of the game.
Athletic Director Cairo informing us the time is on the field right now. The throw-in. It's a good ball into the box. It's over. There's a little bit of room. Just played out. We'll get a goal kick by the Boxers. Paulo Tavares. He'll leave it for Anthony Santos. Will Tavares take this one? Or Valdemar Rodriguez? It will be one of them. Looks like Valdemar, the left footer. Terrific kick to the middle of the pitch. Controlled by BCI. There's Luke Chisma. Chisma touches the ball up to Alessandro Tavares. He makes a nice move to himself, loses it, gains the control again. Back to Valdemar Rodriguez. Valdemar plays it wide, looking for Nevin Fonts. Nevin Fonts with the ball. He has a little bit of room. There's a nice pass, looking for Chisma. Chisma with the ball. Sends the ball over to the left, and that ball's just wide. And that will be a goal kick as the Boxers tried to get something going right there. Jake McConville, the goaltender, he's been the player of the match tonight. He's made terrific saves all over the place. Looking for Cavallo, intercepted by, it looks like that was Diego DeVega. Tyler Chisma with the ball. Chisma has the ball up, looking for Alessandro Tavares. Alessandro Moreira is looking for Moreira. Moreira has room in front of the net. And that ball is intercepted back to the Boxers. The ball played out of a dangerous area. There's Diego DeVega. Diego DeVega's intercepted. And that ball's played deep. And there is, you might have a breakaway here. Colin White. And there's Diego DeVega. And that's a good play defensively by Valdemar Rodriguez. And Boston Collins looking for the ball. Wow, what a run that was by number 25 from BC High. Tristan White, a misplay by the Brockton defense. So the goaltender's down, and let's see what we get here for a call. The time being kept on the field. I don't think the ref wants to make a call here that's going to impact the game too much after a tough-fought 0-0 game. So I think we're going to get a Brockton kick, as that was another close call for the Boxers defensively. And we're going to have, looks like Valdemar Rodriguez. Terrific left foot kick up, looking for Moreira and Tavares. Janoson DeBrittle's also there. Luke Chisma. Tyler Chisma, I apologize. Intercepted by the Eagles. The ball sent deep. And that ball's going to go out of bounds for a Brockton throw-in. Valdemar Rodriguez. Valdemar Rodriguez will throw the ball to Tyler Chisma. Chisma sends the ball forward. There's Alessandro Tavares. Moreira's there also. Controlled by the Boxers. Chisma one touches to Janoson DeBrittle. The Boxers try to send it forward. Intercepted again by the Boxers. Anthony Santos plays it on the back of Colin Daly. And that will be Paulo Tavares. He'll send the ball forward. Brockton trying to get that elusive first goal. Nice touch pass. Alessandro Tavares. He's looking for Jason Moreira. He has space. He has space. He sends the ball over. Oh, and Brockton just misses. Terrific defensively by BC High right there by number 10, Jack Gibbons. So we're going to get an Alessandro Moreira corner kick And he leaves it for Alessandro Tavares. Brockton sends everyone forward but Anthony Santos. The left footer sends the ball into the box. Looking for a header. Kicked away. Tyler Chisma's over there. Now will be another goal, another corner kick on the other side. Time being kept on the field. We got to be heading close to the end of this game. So we will get a corner this time. Alexandro Marrero will be over there. Alexandro. Diego De Vega's back this time. He sends the ball into the box. That ball's just headed out in front of the net. And Brockton, oh, they score! Holy cow, what a goal from the boxers. No goal, I apologize. 2 goals tonight that looked like goals that weren't goals. So we're not going to get a goal. We might have had another offsides there. So the ball sent up. Brockton hit the crossbar. It looked like it was headed in by the boxes. But the referee does not put his hand up for any goal. And we're going to get no goals. So the boxers continue to play. Both teams with balls in the net that have been called back tonight. So Brockton sends the ball up. There's Valdemir, the referee. Valdemir Rodriguez. Valdemir Rodriguez. Ball sent forward. There's a little bit of space there for the boxes. The ball headed up, and that ball's just over the net. Would have been a foul anyway, so we're going to get a goal kick for the Eagles. We are in stoppage time in a 0-0 game. Brockton High and the Boston College Eagles. So McConville will get a kick. McConville. Taking his time. BCI wants to get out of here with at least a point. McConville. He'll send the ball deep. Brockton High got some guys back there. Nevin Fonts, Marrera. Tavares tries to send it forward. That's off BC High. Brockton sends the ball over the middle field. Look at Alessandro Tavares as BCI controls it now. BCI sends it over. There's Chris Curran, the captain, sending it forward as Anthony Santos is back. Anthony calm with the ball. Tries to play it off to BCI, Valdemir Rodriguez. That ball will go off BCI. So we're going to get a throw in for the boxers. No, we're not. We're going to get a throw in for the Eagles. There's Colin Daly. Colin Daly sending guys into the box. Brockton should have everyone back. Chris Curran. Chris Curran with a long kick over to the right side of the box. Headed over. Headed over. There's the middle of the net. Brockton just gets that ball out. Brockton sends the ball forward now. Nice play defensively by Pham. And Gibbons is back there. Headed up now to Daly. Daly with the ball. Brockton, and we're going to get a foul on the boxes. So BCI will control the ball. Colin Daly with it. Leaves it for Chris Curran. BCI sending everyone forward. They have their goalie at midfield. BCI sends it up. The goaltender, McConville, will send the ball into the box. Brockton High's got everyone deep. There's the ball. It's sent deep. It's a really good ball. And BCI does not score. What a terrific save. Oh, the flag went up anyways. We had offsides. So, Valdemir Rodriguez, he'll send the ball in. So, that's going to be it. So, we had a terrific game here tonight. Hope you guys can catch it here. After 90 minutes of play and some stoppage time at Rocky Marciano Stadium, Brockton High 0, BC High 0. Leo Genitacio along with Curtis Reese on the production. Let's catch you next time on the Brockton Channels. Thank you.